Thank you, Leo. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the work that the ARC has done over the past 70 years. It's impossible to imagine where the disability community would be without this champion, and I'm so honored to be a part of this evening. As Leo said, I founded our state's chapter of the Changing Spaces campaign. Without adult-sized changing tables in public places, individuals who have outgrown baby changing tables, along with their caregivers and families, are forced to make choices that no one should have to make. We are faced with managing undergarment changes on dirty public restroom floors or in the trunks of our cars, sacrificing privacy, safety, and dignity in order to be engaged in the community. As individuals become larger and changes become more challenging and unsafe, heartbreaking decisions are made to fast before outings or avoid them altogether. Our campaign for widespread adoption of universal changing spaces is perfectly aligned with the ARC's mission. It will dramatically improve accessibility and the lives of those in our community who require assistance with their daily care. Playing a role in campaigns such as ours is just one of the many functions of the ARC. Along with working to develop and pass their own legislation, the ARC gives those of us who are engaged in advocacy efforts the resources we need to advocate efficiently. When I began this work earlier in the year, I was perplexed by the numerous statewide agencies addressing disability and didn't know how to be the most impactful. Thankfully, I met the force that is Maura Sullivan almost immediately and realized that I wouldn't need to do this alone. The ARC recognized the need and added the adoption of universal changing tables to their legislative agenda, committing their time and influence to our cause, even though they'd already had a full slate of commitments for the session. Mara and I hosted a webinar and spent time at the State House, educating the community and legislators and asking them for their support. She made introductions that helped me to create a coalition and worked with me to coordinate testimony for our bill's hearing. A key moment for us came when the ARC sent an action alert notifying their community of the bill and asking them to email their legislators for support. This action alert alone helped us to generate over 1,400 emails to legislators across the state. Without the ARC's infrastructure, those letters would not have been sent, and we wouldn't have almost 50 legislators signed on for our bill and countless others now aware of this disability rights issue. The ARC has 26 bills on their legislative agenda this year, many of which they crafted and have been working on for years. They are doing this work for each of those bills, tirelessly pushing behind the scenes for desperately needed policy change. This is why the ARC is so very necessary, to transfer some of the burden of advocacy from the shoulders of the disabled and their families. As all parents of disabled children know, our advocacy never ends. Making this world more accessible and welcoming for our children will consume as much of our energy as we have to give. But many caregivers and individuals don't have much energy to spare, and we're so fortunate to have the ARC on our team. They will go to bat for us. They will make sure our voice is heard. They will inform legislators on our priorities. They will do this relentlessly, and if they do it well, many of the beneficiaries of the ARC's work will never even know that they exist. So yes, tonight we celebrate all of the progress of the last 70 years, but tomorrow it's back to work. As we all know, the work is not complete. The legal system and our social safety nets do not yet work as they should for our community. I trust that over the course of the evening, you've all gained a better understanding of how the ARC operates and just how essential they are in the efforts to improve disability rights in Massachusetts. If you are a caregiver or a self-advocate, none of this is news to you. We carry the weight of advocacy every day, and we are so grateful to the ARC and its supporters for walking on this path with us and for ensuring that we have a voice in the conversations around legislation affecting our daily lives. As we approach the final stage of the evening, please know how far your support will go to fund the ARC's mission to enhance the lives of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Thank you for being here, and thank you for valuing this work.